hop out. Valet, walk out. All these bins I lost count. Cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. Pushing through the contact. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On 1st down, it's Newton. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So
wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go, fellas.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Slow.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ready. 3-19.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again to Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And an alley to run. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Taylor. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come on now. Hey. You got three. Three down. That's rock now. Hey.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Slow. Z. Ready. Flag 32. Flag.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On second down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Newton on third down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And now running right through it. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. This is Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
On second down, here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Come on now. Hey.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run that time by Henry. 42 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season, and the Browns continue to roll. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On third down, Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. From midfield now, here's Taylor. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Hey. Z.
Here's Taylor, operating from the gun. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. as his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin with Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
To throw again, Newton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are pouring it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Push him back. Push him back.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw on third down, Taylor hit. He lost the football. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Got deep. Check.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Running left, it's Henry. And some room to work. Oh, trucked him. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big run there by Henry. 44 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down to the 25. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Great. 20.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, 33 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Room here to run. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Newton. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
On the ball.
Again, it's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Back now in Nashville, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something out there. There'll be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Wide, get wide. Under.
Here's Coleman on the toss. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now they'll throw with Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this is caught inside the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Gold now out to kick it away. McCaffrey on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run it again with Henry. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Again, he finds an opening. Derrick Henry all alone. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 59 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Out come the Titans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Able to, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Dontari Poe in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They'll toss it to Coleman. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready. 3-19. 3-19.
Now it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Taylor looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor now to throw again. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down, Taylor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dontari Poe in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yo.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gold now out to kick it away. McCaffrey on the return. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy